Speaking of blue people, we just saw Avatar, The Way of Water.
Yes.
The new James Cameron joint.
Yes. Never bet against Cameron.
Never bet against Cameron. Genuinely, because against all the odds and against all the fucking online criticism of no one remembers Avatar, no one knows any of the characters' names in Avatar.
What's the main guy's name?
I mean, they say it a lot in this film.
They make sure you remember. But
They
you know
really
what?
don't want you to forget this time.
James Cameron. Also, when you know what, you're not just gonna know Jake Sully. You're gonna know his entire family.
I can name 3 of the 4 kids. I
can't
name the wife. Jake. So there's Jake Sully. Mateo, who's the oldest son. There's
Blue Person 1. Blue Person 2. and Blue Person 3.
I'm pretty sure the older daughter's Kitty, and the younger daughter's Toke.
Toke. Like toke, like smell, like token.
Like a token. They go to the fucking arcade to play Avatar Frontiers of Pandora. But anyway, so this is the new James Cameron joint. Mm-hmm. He made this one film. I don't know if you've heard of it. It's called Avatar.
It's a small indie hit.
It did all right.
Mm-hmm. Did okay.
Did all right at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Never been released in cinemas again.
No.
Except for like every fucking month.
Yeah.
It's all right. I'm not keen on Avatar 1.
Avatar 1.
Though I do think a lot of that's because I never saw it in cinemas.
See, I did see it in cinemas.
Okay.
I didn't see it in IMAX or anything.
Bitch boy.
No, that was my.
Pussy.
I know. My first IMAX was Inception.
That's fair.
But
still.
But yeah, I never saw. I saw it in 3D. I know I saw it in 3D.
Okay.
But I never saw it in IMAX. I remember liking it when I watched it, but over time, I was just kind of like...
It suffers from being the first movie in a franchise, and I think Avatar 2 really highlights that.
Yeah, like the first Avatar is so simple.
There's way too much humans. There's way too much Jake Sully being a human.
Yeah,
There's way too much... I mean, there's hair sex. That's a bit far.
That's cool.
That's cool, though. I would do that any day. But no, I think Avatar 1 is a bit too much setup movie.
Yeah, like it definitely.
It's like a tech demo.
Yeah, like it doesn't feel that confident almost. Where it's like it's gorgeous, but I do think it kind of lets itself down because as well.
It is a tech demo for this movie.
It does. Yeah, and it does help as well that the film, the first one, is nearly 3 hours long, and the story is very, very basic. Too basic for its own good. Where this one,
there's stuff going on.
This one has a similar problem where it's a little bit too basic at times.
Yeah.
But it gets by because the humans take a backseat.
Yeah.
And they make sure to focus more on why you pay to watch it.
Yeah.
That's why it counts.
Yeah.
Like that. You can. I would say this new one is like.
So much better.
Compared to the first one, it's
much better.
Leaps and bounds better.
So, and I think obviously a large part of why this film works is obviously the visuals. Mm-hmm. It's stunning.
Yeah, which is a given.
Yeah, the visual.
It's Cameron.
But, I don't think.
No. People do need to see. It is gorgeous, and there is never a bad shot.
No.
There's never which it's crazy because there are shots because what is interesting in this one is there's a lot more of humans interacting with the Na'vi.
Yeah.
Which could have went so wrong.
And it nearly always works. The one thing I'm not convinced about visual effects wise is there's like the really thin mech suits.
Yeah.
And from a distance, those look a bit weird.
Okay.
That's it.
I would say for the most part, obviously, spoilers. It's fucking Avatar, who cares?
Yeah.
But Spider is a human character who's a big part of the film, and a lot of that is this human character hanging around with the Na'vi.
Yeah.
And that could have went so wrong. But I would say that stuff's great.
The size difference helps.
And I think as well, I kind of like the fact of a lot of his character arc and a lot of the sort of I guess, like, with that character, a lot of stuff that they do with it is they kind of acknowledge the absurdity of it.
Yeah.
Whereas, here's this human guy hanging around with these blue people who are, like, fucking, like, 8 feet tall.
Yeah.
And he's,
Yeah,
like, I don't know,
yeah.
like, 5'6". Like, he's just, like, really small. But it's, like, but they kind of addressed, like, that is absurd.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's kind of got this, like, Tarzan
Yeah.
feel to it, even with the way he looks.
He
He
kind
kind of has, like, a Tarzan look to it,
It
with, like, the
feels like
logo,
Tarzan.
and it's, like, very, and that to me is, like, I think the film shines.
Wasn't the first film just basically a retelling of Pocahontas?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. But it's like, and that's the thing with this one is, I think what this one does well is, I think it is also very simplistic like the first one.
Yes.
But I think how this one gets by is they focus more on the characters. Now, yeah, I would say, I don't think the characters are the best. You
Yeah.
know, most beautifully developed characters I've ever seen in my life. But
They're stock characters.
but you get just enough to go, alright, I'm in.
Yeah.
I want these people to survive.
Yeah.
The stakes are there. I think the chemistry between everyone is superbly well done.
Yeah.
Even though the writing itself isn't great.
And the performances can vary.
Yeah, the performances can vary.
Yeah.
And I'd say for the most part, because the chemistry is there,
Yeah.
and there's like a genuine like earnestness to like the
Yeah,
like
yeah.
to the characters, it's fine.
Yeah.
It's like one of them where
Absolutely.
like that, because that goes a long way.
Yeah.
Like it's one of them where I don't need them to be like beautifully written. It's like Ambulance, like the Michael Bay movie.
Yeah.
Like what's great about that is the relationship between the two brothers in that film. And it's like, yeah, the writing of them's not perfect. But the moment they're interacting with each other, you immediately have some sort of emotion for them.
Yeah.
Because those two people just go really well together, and it's like,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's where this one shines. Besides visual effects, obviously, where this one shines the most, and why it's far better than the first, is it's able to balance the visual effects with it kind of having like a bit more character in terms of the actual people you see on the screen.
It uses the character well because it's obviously, I mean, there's the middle of the film.
Yes.
Lulls a bit.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
That
just
is
pretty visuals.
That is the weakest part.
But
of
it
the film.
slightly gets away with it for me because it at the very least attempts to ground these pretty visuals in.
Yeah.
It's these characters exploring, and we care about the characters.
And
at
that's
that
and
point.
that's like these characters are never boring, and that's what I like about it. Is even if I would say the way the film's structured is very weird.
Yeah.
Because obviously a big part of it is the water and the water region of Pandora.
The way of water.
The way of water, but you don't really get to them until I'd say like an hour in.
No.
It takes a long time to actually get to that part.
Yeah.
And I'd say that part is overall good, but it gets to a certain point with that whole aspect where it kind of starts to run out of steam a little bit.
Yeah, there's a point where the visuals, like at the beginning, when the film starts, you know what I mean? Like you
Beautiful.
go, holy shit.
You're off to the
cinema.
gape. Yeah, no, it's a film with a strong start and a strong end.
But by the middle,
With a weird
obviously,
middle.
you kind of go, you're immersed.
Yeah.
You don't need to be any more immersed.
You're
'cause
in.
You're in the
yeah.
ride. And so when you get to the constant, this is the spirit tree.
Yeah,
These are Wales.
Yeah, like it keeps going almost where I'm
Yeah.
like, and some of it pays off.
It's really cool to know that James Cameron is like a really hefty Wikipedia page right now.
Oh yeah.
But you do start to go, could have kept some of this in the draft.
like it gets a bit much because it feels like what's going on is they're packing as much as possible into it.
The spirit tree stuff, I would lose.
Yeah,
But
like
at the same time, I think that's obviously meant to be sequel setup.
and as well as that, I also am a bit like, because these films are such like an event
Yeah.
that it's almost like I feel like they want to get everything in, but also as well, I don't know if I want to be like, hey James Cameron, why don't I cut this out, because I feel like he'd shoot me. Like,
Well, see, it is the thing where a lot of my flaws with this film you can ignore because it's Avatar 2.
Yeah, and you can just go, fuck you, it's fine. Like,
It's a really good film.
And to be fair, like, even though I have my issues with the middle, and I was kind of getting a bit drained.
Yeah.
I know for a fact that, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'd still be like, yeah, I still love it though.
No,
like,
absolutely.
I still think it's great. Like,
It's
I still
a
think
brilliant film.
I think it's like, far better than I was expecting.
Yeah.
Because I think what I was expecting mostly from it, which is good effects. I mean, I was,
Yeah.
And it's like, but no, I got something that's a bit more like, okay.
There's a
like,
bit more meat on its bone than I expected.
Yeah, which is nice. It's not nothing
The effects
crazy.
are incredible though.
You know, it's just fucking amazing. Like, you know, but it's kind of got that like Top Gun Maverick feeling a little bit, where the simplicity of it actually works to its advantage.
Yeah.
A little bit to its like, you know, like it does sort of work to its detriment a little bit in the middle, but I would say Top Gun Maverick excels because it's so simple, but the characters, you care about them just enough to give you just enough of those characters where that's it. Yeah. Whatever happens to them in the film, you care about them. Yeah. This has that same, you know, the same thing. This has that same, you know, like quality. But I would say Some people just it's slightly better, just because I think everyone in it, that family aspect is so well done. Yeah. Even if the writing's not great, the chemistry and just that template of this is a family that love each other and care about each other, that goes such a fucking long way. Yeah. You know, it's like it's kind of what Fast and Furious aims for a little bit, where it's like family. It's like and sometimes those films can actually do that quite well. Other times, like, you know, like Furious 7 and stuff, and does it very well. Other times, not really. Like, it kind of loses itself by doing that. Yeah. But I feel like with this, it's just again like because they feel like a real family. Yeah. And they feel like each character feels, you know, they're not given tons of development, but you give it just enough where like you know, the youngest daughter, where you immediately care about her because she's a little girl. Yes. And she's like, you know, and it's like, and you want it to be okay, and it's like, like, you know, because it's one of them where like, but the film isn't afraid to put her in danger.
I do
and stuff like it, like
wish that the middle spent a bit more time developing. I don't want to get to spoiler territory. There's a certain relationship in the film between two characters that I wish, because of how the film ends, that I wish the film spent more time developing. That's probably my biggest narrative gripe with it. They spend all their time developing certain characters, but it seems like they forget about the one that the entire emotional journey of the film is hinged upon, which is a bit... So when you get to the end, the big emotional sweep didn't hit me.
What it is I think it's a film that lacks like the little moments and like the nuance. Yeah. It lacks that because it goes for a very simplistic story and it is always trying to wow you in pretty much every scene. You know, and it's like,
I mean, partly fair play.
Which is and it does that very well. Like, it fucking does it amazing. But it's like, but it's one of them where it's like you can, I would say overall, like it's very well made and it's very like, you know, James Cameron fucking knows what he's doing. But like, it's one of them where you do sort of, there are like, like as you said, like there are some characters in this that feel underdeveloped. So when a big moment happens with them, it's not that it feels unearned. Yeah. It just feels like, like it feels a bit, it's a little bit deflated because ultimately you don't feel like, you know, maybe like another 10 minutes might be required for them. But the film is so focused on wowing you. Yeah, that it's like, which the first one did that as well, but I think what this one at least has, you know, the bonus element of it being a family, which does help it.
And it being a sequel means it doesn't have to spend its time dilly-dallying.
No, yeah, exactly. You know what it is.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what it is, and it does waste no time getting into it.
No, not at all.
That's the thing. He goes, okay, you're in. Like that's it.
That works so well. For
that's the first act of it. Honestly, I was like, I fucking love this. Yeah. I thought the first act was fantastic.
Brilliant. Yeah. No.
Like I was ready to be like 5 stars. Yeah. Like I'd say like the middle drops it down, but overall it's like
no, it's absolutely
the end helps it.
People should go see this.
Yeah. People, I would say
this is an event film that. Yeah, it is.
If your first time watching this should absolutely not be on Disney Plus. No. Or on DVD or whatever, or you're on your phone on a camera. You need to go to a cinema to see it. Maybe, you know, if you can't go to IMAX, just see it in a cinema.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Not even 3D. I mean, the 3D was good in it, but I wouldn't say
there wasn't a whole lot of 3D.
No, I think what it is the 3D. I think Cameron just more uses 3D as like a way to miss. Yeah. Just a little bit more. Yeah. It's less of like things are popping out at you, like you're like, oh, like you know.
The text pops out.
Yeah, it's like I think it's more like I think he likes it as like a tool to like immerse yourself rather than it being like, oh, like all these flashy things coming at you.
Yeah.
Like it's less that because the 3D's fine, but I know if I went to go and see it in 2D,
you wouldn't be missing anything.
No,
absolutely.
Because you're still getting the effects.
Yeah.
You're still getting that stuff. You're still seeing all that. So that's the important part. So it's one of them. I think with both of these films, the first impression is everything.
Yes.
So you should absolutely see it in a cinema.
No, exactly. Like I think you can so easily ruin this film watching it. Though I think this one maybe is fine because of the spectacle.
I think this one gets by better because I think it's a little bit more engaging on a character front.
Yeah.
Where the first one, at least for me, it just isn't. So
exactly. There's a reason no one remembered Jake Sully's name.
Well, yeah,
I just didn't say it enough.
Yeah. Which Cameron remembered. Cameron took notes of that.
Yeah. And my final thing would probably be, I'm not that excited about the fact that the third one will have the same mustache twirling army villain that
Steven,
has been in just I'm tired of him.
I am curious as to
I loved how they gave him the fucking scene where like he takes the skull and crushes it. Like that goes hard.
He's such a villain. But to be fair, Stephen Lang is great in that role.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love him in that role because he is so. I love how the villain in this is so comically evil.
Oh, he's such a villain.
He just wants to kill kids.
Yeah.
Like, he's just ready to kill kids. No remorse.
He is the most villain who's ever villain.
Yeah, I have never seen a villain who's just so like there is no redeeming qualities of this man whatsoever.
He wants to burn everything.
He wants to kill everyone. Like,
you know what?
Fair play. Does it great. Like,
but no, overall, Avatar 2 is pretty good.